Hello friends, welcome back to the Art Room with Mr. Eck. Today we're going to be learning about shape, line, and color, inspired by the Dutch artist Piet Mondrian. Mr. Mondrian was living and painting about 100 years ago in Europe, and we are going to be making an artwork inspired by his artwork. Let's look at a couple of his paintings right now. Here are two of Mr. Mondrian's paintings right here. As you can see, he didn't start off drawing in squares and lines, but as he developed as an artist and throughout his life, his style got more and more simplified and stylized until he just broke it down to the very simple artistic aspects of shape, line, and color, specifically black, white, and the primary colors, which are red, yellow, and blue. The painting on the right, he did several like this with big thick lines, and then as you can see he's got one blue, three yellow, and two red rectangles or squares, and two black squares or rectangles, and the rest are white. And then here on the right, he did this one. It's called Broadway Boogie Woogie, and he did this one very late in his life when he moved to New York City. And this painting represents New York City. It's why it's so busy, and it's got so many lines and colors and little shapes going on. It just has a lot of energy that's supposed to represent New York City. And this one is interesting to me because he didn't use any black on this one. It's all white, primary colors, and you can see some gray in there as well, but no black. Pretty interesting. So a lot of people look at his art and they're like, that's so simple, anybody can do it. Yeah, but he's also the first person that did it, so that's really cool. That's extremely creative to come at art from a different direction than anybody has made art before. So I have a lot of respect for Mr. Mondrian, and I think his art is interesting and fun to create art in his style, which is what we will be doing today. So we are going to be making a Mondrian-inspired artwork, but we're going to take a little freedom with it. Instead of doing straight up and down and sideways lines, we're going to get a little crazy. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to draw some wavy lines that go across the page. Quite a few of them. Notice how I'm not doing scribble scrabble though. These are all very controlled lines, and I'm looking at my page. Where are there big spaces? Where do I want to divide it up with lines? And I'm putting lines, and look at this, you can go to a line and then stop. That actually makes for some pretty interesting outcomes when the line doesn't go all the way across. Oh, and look, it's going to skip this one. Oh, I like that. I'm just kind of playing this by ear. I'm listening to my artistic instinct and putting lines where I feel like they need to be. There, I think that looks good. So now I'm going to color this. The different shapes are going to be done randomly with red, yellow, and blue, and then I'm going to trace the lines in black. And I'm going to, when I'm coloring this in, I'm going to have to try to listen to that artistic instinct and decide where the red needs to go, where the yellow needs to go, and where the blue needs to go. And I want to make sure that everything is nice and balanced, and that when I'm done, it feels nice and finished and balanced and pleasant to look at. So that's real important. You don't just put down colors wherever. You need to look at it and think about it, and your instincts will tell you where those need to go. So I'm going to do that time lapse to save some time, and then it will be your turn. And here it is, my finished Mondrian-inspired artwork. Mondrian is a great artist for us to learn about when we're learning about shapes, lines, and colors, because Mondrian boiled down art to its very basic elements of art and created art with those things. So I think this turned out really fun. It was fun to make, and it's fun to look at. I hope you enjoy making your Mondrian art, and I will see you guys next time in the art room.